this week's video blog. For this week, I thought I would do a little book haul. A few books that I picked up. This is probably before Christmas. So let's just get started into that. The first one is what looks like a historical, but maybe like a wartime historical. Val Wood's The Doorstep Girls. Can two friends find hope in hard times? And let me just read the back there for you. Ruby and Grace have grown up in the poorest slums of Hull. Friends since early childhood, they have supported each other in bad times and good, but their families are bound together by more than friendship, and secrets from the past threaten to make their lives even more difficult. The local cotton mill has provided work for Ruby and Grace since they were 9 years old. Child labor, y'all. And now, years later, both girls find themselves the object of attention from the mill owner's sons. As times grow harder and money ever scarcer, Grace becomes involved in campaigns against poverty and injustice, while Ruby is tempted into prostitution. Two girls searching for something that could take them far away, but what price will they pay to find it? Oh, so yeah, this is sort of like historical, set, I think, yeah, it's in the UK. And I love sort of like those stories of like girl friendships and like them like over the years, and you follow their journeys together, and just, yeah, all about that. Another wartime novel I have here called Ambulance Girls by Deborah Burrows. On duty during London's Blitz. As death and destruction, I don't remember if I showed you the cover. As death and destruction fall from the skies, Australian ambulance driver Lily Brennan confronts the horror with bravery, intelligence, common sense, and humor. But when her Jewish ambulance attendant and best friend David Levy disappears in suspicious circumstances, her ambulance station doesn't feel like home anymore, especially when she suspects that someone is disclosing secret information to the enemy. Aided by David's school friend, a mysterious and attractive RAF pilot, Lily has to draw on all of her resources to find David, as well as negotiating the dangers that come with falling in love in a country far from home and in time of war. I am all about them wartime romances. Love them, love reading them, love writing them. I'm all for it. The next one is Amanda Scott's Dangerous Games, and it does not have a insert cover, sadly, but it looks like it would because of that purple band there. Okay, it's historical. When Nicholas Barrington, eldest son of the Earl of Ulcombe, first met Melissa Seacourt, he suspected something was amiss. The desperation he sensed beneath her well-bred beauty haunted him. He didn't realize how desperate Melissa really was until he found her again at a Newmarket gambling club, being auctioned off by her father to the highest bidder. So for a mere 20,000 guineas, Nick bought himself a wife. But their troubles were just beginning. With a villain hot on their heels and a fortune and their lives hanging in the balance, Nick and Melissa would soon gamble everything on the most dangerous and irresistible game of all, their growing love. I love Marriage of Inconvenience. That was a slip. Marriage of Convenience stories. I love those so very much, so I'm all in for this. The next one looks like another wartime novel, and it's Maggie Ford's A Girl in Wartime. Can a romance blossom in times of trouble? That's when the best romances do. And there's the cover there. Excuse me. I read aloud and I yawn. Like, am I the only one that this happens to? There's no escape from the effects of war. It's June 1914, so it's the First World War, and young Connie Lovell should be helping with the war effort. Instead, she applies for a job at the London Herald, where she meets the handsome editor Stephen Clayton. 9 years her senior, she knows her family won't approve. Age gap, I am here for it. She's helplessly drawn to him, and despite a past he won't talk about, he's undeniably attracted to her. But as the war rages on, will Stephen be forced to enlist, and can their union survive the consequences? Oh, y'all! Y'all, I am all here for this. Age gap, wartime, oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. All the boxes ticked. And the next one is most definitely historical, but no insert cover. And it's Karen Rainey, To Bed the Bride, an All for Love novel. Politics has introduced MP Logan McKnight to many fascinating people, but the lady he encounters on the lands bordering his ancestral Scottish home outshines them all. Eleanor Craig of Hearthmere seats a thoroughbred like a queen, knows as much about world events as any of his colleagues, and is engaged to one of the worst men Logan knows. Ain't that just the way? She also seems lonely, so Logan brings her a friend. Thus should their acquaintance end, yet it's only just begun. Does he bring her a dog or a horse? Because that'd be really cute. The puppy! The puppy! He brings her a puppy! The puppy Logan delivers is every bit as irresistible as the man himself. How could this stranger sense the isolation Eleanor suffers among her scheming, snobbish, extended family and fiancé who control her life? It's even worse in London until she begins meeting Logan secretly in a secluded park. Their passionate connection frees Eleanor body and soul, but discovery threatens disgrace, or worse. So he brings her a puppy! I'm all in, and looking forward to that. So that's going to be it for this week's video. Just a little look at the books that I picked up sometime before Christmas, sometime in December. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Let me also know, do you guys like yawn a lot when you read out loud? Because, you know, when reading to myself, like, that doesn't really happen. But reading aloud makes me yawn for some reason. Am I the only one? Bye.